Lisa, we're live. Thank you so much for joining me. And how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me today.
Awesome. So we're in the teachers group today. I'm going to be asking you about. You've been doing your holistic neurogrowth learning success business for almost a year and a half. Year, 1 year, year and
It'll
a
be
half.
exactly a year this week.
Oh, year, 1 year. Okay, awesome.
Yes.
Congratulations. That's
I
amazing.
thank you. I had no idea this is where I would have been a year ago.
Yes, amazing. So tell me, why did you even wanted to start your business in the first place as a teacher?
At first, it wasn't the desire to start a business, it was the desire to leave teaching.
Mm.
I made the decision to leave. I applied for many jobs outside of education, thinking it would be what I wanted. And I wasn't excited either. And then I came across you on Facebook, watched a few of your videos. And this was when it was much smaller. So it was just a handful of videos that I saw. And I'm just like, I felt passion for the first time in a long time.
Mm. And what was it that really happening to you? Because we're in the teachers group. So what was it that really happening to you that made you want to leave teaching? Because you're still passionate about teaching kids, but it's just right, something was not working for you.
It was a lot of things. One, just burnout. To be a good teacher, which I know I am, and I know that I know what to do with students. To do that, I had to sacrifice myself, my family, my children, uh, and I was to the point I couldn't do that anymore. But I also was frustrated that I knew how to do the right thing and what to do for the kids, and I wasn't allowed. Or if I did it, I had to fight to be able to do what I needed to do. And I wanted to just be able to do what needs to be done for kids and to be able to be honest with parents. That was another big part of it for me, is to be able to be honest and transparent, because parents just want the best too. And they're asking us as teachers, but we can get in trouble if we're honest. And I wanted to be able to be honest with parents because they're doing the best they can and need to know the resources. And
So sort of like you were feeling stuck in a place
yeah,
of wanting to do stuff,
definitely.
not able to do.
Yeah, I was feeling stuck and just disheartened and disengaged. And it was to the point where I started to think that, like, I really hope my kids don't have a teacher that feels the way I do about teaching.
Mm.
And that was really heartbreaking because I love working with children and I love teaching, but I just didn't want to do it anymore.
The environment didn't foster your growth or the students' growth. So when did you get clarity on I actually don't want to get a job or leave teaching? Like how did that come about? Because that's a big thing for a lot of teachers in our group, and when teachers are thinking, right? Yeah, how did that come?
It was a process, but I'd been offered jobs and there were no reason, there was no reason to not take the jobs. It was decent pay, it was set hours, but I'm a smart, intelligent person. I have 2 master's degrees. I have all of this training. I don't want to start over and learn something totally new. Like, I know I'm good at something and I want to keep doing what I'm good at. So it was that feeling of like, I don't want to have to start over and I don't need to start over. Uh,
Mm.
and then when I started to see a path forward and then believe in it, that's when I knew that that was what I needed to do.
And how did you believe that you could become a business owner and run your own business from teaching to
Your
this?
support and the community. And I was actually just thinking about that today, that a year ago, I really didn't believe it. I was very skeptical. I didn't want to tell anybody. I didn't want to post anything about it on Facebook. Um, I had a lot of limiting beliefs. And I was thinking about, like, now I know that I could do it. If I were to be back in the classroom or change and want to do something else, I believe that I could figure it out and do it. I don't know. So I know that I'm capable now. I don't know if I would have ever believed I was capable without that support of a community and cheering each other on and sharing ideas and having set systems in place. Like I am not I'm going to correct myself. I was not an entrepreneur. I didn't have that mindset. I had a really awesome skill set when it comes to working with kids, but it was just learning how to transfer like my skills and my knowledge and my capabilities just into systems that work on the business side.
Yeah, there is a huge push forward. That's why I posted on my Facebook profile today the security and the way that we've been in our school system told to get a good job and stay with it and retire with it, right? To go against that and start a business, and that unknown and the fear just keeps us in our comfort zone, right? That's the biggest part.
I am still teaching part-time this year. I teach just 2 classes. And there's a lot of conversation at my school now with like, who's coming back? Are you coming back? And I'm just like, no. And a lot of like, oh, where are you going? What are you doing? And I'm like, they all know I have a business. I'm like, I don't need to. And I am fully confident saying like, well, I'm not looking. I'm not worried. Like I'm doing what I'm doing. I can't wait for this year to be over because I'd rather use this time for this.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. We have a question from one of the Facebook users that we don't get to see your name, so sorry, but they're asking about the health insurance, right? That's a big concern for many teachers, right? If I leave, what about my health insurance? I know we have a very nice person in this group and who has helped a lot of our coaches. His name is Nate. That we can connect you with. What I love about Nate is that he does never sell you anything. He just gives you so much education around healthcare. I think that's not even given to teachers, right? Did you guys ever get like real into like what you actually paying for? Like the system ever tells you? He always smiles at me. You just go and then find out, right?
Yeah, and it was a huge amount coming out of my paycheck every month. And I was fortunate. I guess about a year ago that I did meet with Nate, and unfortunately I live in like one of the 2 states that he can't officially help me in, but he gave me so much education that I could kind of navigate and look at it and like, that's actually not that expensive. Like the amount that was coming out of my checks versus what it is to actually buy it isn't that much different.
And I more coverage though, right? He showed you how to get more coverage.
Needing to buy it because I was able to get it part-time through my job for the beginning of the year. But then a few months into the school year, I'm like, I want to go get my own insurance now. So I stopped paying my school for it and got my own insurance. And I've had no issues with coverage.
And what did you buy it from? Who did you buy it from in your state? What's the name of the company? Do you
know? Blue Cross. So reputable, well-known company that was able to get me what I want or what I need, and I could give them any medications it was just very straightforward. And Nate really helped me not give me the knowledge to be able to have that conversation.
Yeah. And just to even ask the right questions, right?
Yeah. Because you don't know what you don't know. And then when you learn it, you can ask it.
Yeah. So there's so many places that a teacher can buy insurance, and Nate is so amazing. I'll put his link underneath if you guys want to reach out to him. That's what I love about him is how much education. Even I know a lot about healthcare in the US. I don't even live in the US. I'm in Canada. He told me about Cobra and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, cool.
Talk about expensive. Cobra is expensive.
Yeah, that's what he told me. So there's another question here is about I missed the beginning. What's the name? What do you do what do you do, Lisa? Now, who are you? This is the question.
That's a wonderful question. Would you like to book a call and I can share it? Just so in the classroom, I taught middle school math and science, primarily science, for about 15 years. And I still there is academics in my coaching if that is a need that kids come to me with. But really, I just want to teach kids how to learn. So I focus on executive functions, how to do school.
But what's your title? Your Holistic NeuroGrowth Learning Success Coach.
There we go. I am a Holistic NeuroGrowth Learning Success
Coach.
So I'm anything I want to be, and I'm whatever the kids need.
Yeah, We
And
customize it, so Lisa customizes to the family and the needs of the children, so she can provide a holistic program, and that's she delivers online, which is an amazing part of her business. So she can set her own schedule, so she can be with her kids. She has 2 kids, so yes, I would connect everyone with Nate's information under this video. So tell me, Lisa, how has this, you know, helped your family, because you do have 2 kids?
oh yes, tremendously. You may have just heard one of them banging on the door.
I heard
Uh,
that.
yeah, that was Michael trying to come say hi. It's been amazing. One of the when like I said earlier, where to be the teacher I knew I could be, my family was I had to make sacrifices, and it was my family and my kids that were suffering. And both of my children are special needs, and they weren't getting what they needed. And now that I have the flexibility, when I find what they need, it's not determined by childcare or my work schedule. It's if I find what they need, then I rearrange my schedule and they get what they need. So my
Yeah.
son had been kicked out of preschools, and now he's happy and loves going to school and actually started riding the bus. And it's amazing.
Yeah, I saw that, his picture. Beautiful. So your investment into becoming a NeuroGrowth learning success coach, what has that given you in your life?
I mean, it's given my kids the future that I wanted them to have. And it's allowed me to be the mom that I want to be, and to be the friend that I want to be, and to be the teacher that I want to be, and that I know I can be.
Yeah. This
So
morning
every
you shared with me this morning something one of your students told you, right? Those moments that you probably couldn't give them in the classroom, now you're making it happen as a holistic NeuroGrowth learning success coach. Do you want to share that? That was beautiful.
Yeah, this was day 2 with this student. So I have spent maybe 2 hours with her, and minutes after signing off, her mom texted me that her child had said, it was like, no adult has ever got me before, and she does. And it's like, we work so hard in the classroom, but in a system where we're not able to do it, despite how well-intentioned and how hard we try. And we can spend a year trying to cultivate that. And here it was 2 hours, and this kid's already feeling that, and knows that we're going to find success for her.
Yeah.
And that's amazing.
Yeah,
Like that's why I'm a teacher, or a NeuroGrowth learning
coach, not teacher.
That's why I went teaching, and why I left teaching, so I could do that.
Yes. And I want to ask you, so what does the future hold for you? Like, what do you see running your business? How does that look like in the next 2 years to come? What does that look like?
I mean, it depends on the day, because I keep having all of these different ideas. I think I was sharing with you earlier today that I'm pretty tired today, but that's because I had an idea that I was excited and passionate about, which hasn't happened since like my 3rd year teaching. I stayed up till 1 o'clock in the morning just creating an activity for one of my kids. And I keep having all of these different ideas. So I think it's just deciding which one I want to do and do it. So it's kind of nice not knowing, and just knowing that I can. If I have an idea, I can, and I will.
Why is that? Because you're your own boss? Nobody has to approve it? No one has to approve?
Exactly.
It's amazing. Amazing. So I want to talk about that. So creativity in the classroom, even though we're supposed to be creative, but kind of get sucked out of that, right? And now you have this energy to create, and freedom, empowerment.
Yeah. Not only does it get sucked out of you, you're punished if you are. And the kids suffer, and the teachers lose their passion, and kids can see it.
I love when you shared, like earlier, that you didn't want your kids to have someone like you in the classroom because the way you were feeling, right? Now, yeah, exactly. So tell me a little bit about our community and the support, and how I supported you in the in your transformation.
It's very easy, I think, in most things in life. I mean, humans resist change, even good change, to start questioning ourselves and have limiting beliefs. And sometimes we need that community to remind us that, like, you really can do it. And I used to call it mind games, but now I know that it's strategies and that you can actually learn them and share them. So it's just so many different tips and tricks and strategies and systems that are so easy to implement once you can learn it. And if you have a question, there's a whole community of people who will answer it and share different perspectives and help you come up with your own answer that works for you and your business, because no two coaches are the same. There's probably plenty out there that work with middle school kids on executive function and study skills, but we all do it in a different way. And by each of us sharing little bits, we can take what works and leave what doesn't work for us.
Mm-hmm. And how was the
really good friends? There's one that I mentioned something in one of our group coaching calls, which I look forward to. It's like hanging out with coworkers after work. Like you get something out of it, but you get friendships. I mentioned something about something that happened near where I lived, and I get a message after like, hey, I think I live right by you. I'm like, okay, wow, let's go get coffee.
Nice. One of our coaches lived by you?
Yep.
In the program? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know if me and you had connected on that yet. But yes.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Now we're getting so many people, though we're going to have, people close to each other, right? In the same cities soon. So what about the program? How easy was it to build your business?
Or very easy.
How was it?
It was very straightforward, but without being told what to do. So it gave the guidelines, it gave systems that work, and but the freedom to try on your own. And I did try some little different things at the beginning. And then I learned that like, well, you know what? Cohila's done this enough that she's probably tried that. There's a reason she didn't recommend it. But I did it in no time. Like I signed up in April, middle of April, and I'd announced it and had my first student in June. Or by June, I already had my first student. So it was easy. I don't want to say easy because it was a lot of work, but it wasn't hard work. The mindset work is the hardest part, the belief. And I think back to my first few interactions with parents, they didn't go as well. And it was because I didn't believe it. And now parents don't even flinch when I talk about the price. And I keep wondering like, and I up it every time. And I'm like, when am I going to start to get pushback? Because I got pushback on my first few calls when it was much. So it's magical.
That's the alignment part, right? That's the alignment part. When you're in alignment and when you value yourself and what you got to offer, other people will also believe in it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, as I said, what is it?
I enjoy what I do. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy everything that I'm doing.
Yeah. So you're now a business owner. You are, nobody's bossing you. Nobody tells you what to do. You can stay up until 1:00 designing whatever you want because you got the freedom and the creativity flowing, and you can serve your kids. More importantly, their mom, and you're present. That's what you keep telling us, right, in the group as well. So we have an amazing group. It is a certification program. That's why earlier you said it does take work because, obviously it's ICF approved. So you get 40 credits. So you have to do some work, but there's support and we have amazing community, like Lisa said. So Lisa, what would you tell a teacher who's listening to you right now, who's where you were 1 year ago?
If you're watching this, there's a reason you're watching it. And don't let something like a concern about health insurance that you don't know about stop you from doing it. Don't let the unknown be scary.
Yeah. What about a lot of teachers that I talk to, because I talk to about 30 teachers a week or 40 sometimes. What about the fact that parents won't buy it? Parents won't pay us. This is a big mindset block for many teachers, right?
And I definitely thought that. And then when you really start getting into the Facebook groups and following your recommendations for marketing and starting conversations, you see that there are so many people out there that are just searching for something and they don't know what they're searching for. But once you connect with them, you're able to tell them what they're searching for, because we've been in the classrooms. We know what kids need. So there are plenty out there, and
Yeah.
I'm paying for it. My daughter has her own NeuroGrowth Learning Success coach who is able to connect with her on an amazing level, and she's taken off. So there is no question. The value is there, and the parents see it.
Yeah, and the results speak for it. And you also have systems and processes. NeuroGrowth Learning Success coaches apply their own systematic process and build a project plan. So those are things that parents cannot get from a tutor, and that's the differentiation too, right? Yes. So
Exactly.
you said earlier to a teacher, what was it again? One more time, last.
I was up late doing my coaching stuff
That's why
last
I'm
night.
coaching you, and that's why I'm prompting you. I'm giving you some help here. So what was it again?
If you're watching this right now, there's a reason, and that means that you are ready and that you want to, and that you need to just break down all of those concerns and just research it. The more you know, then it's not scary.
Yeah. I have a book out on it, right? We have so much information out. Just reach out and come to one of my free program and become like Lisa, who's running her own business confidently, and you're also a single mom too on top of that. So congratulations. That's a big.
And it's just, I'm able to get my kids off the bus. I'm able to send them to school in the morning. And it's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. I'm no longer waiting for my life to happen.
And now that you build your business, this is your last year doing the 2 programs in the school level, right?
Yeah, for sure.
This is your focus into your business and explode with all your creativity.
I even have a post-it note that you had me write down a few months ago that says, I am not looking for a job in the school system. To remind myself of that. And now it's not. I don't even need it. I can take that down now.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for joining us on this movement. Those of you who are listening, this is not just starting a business, it's just leaving legacy, creating an impact for you, for the students that we wanted to serve, because that's the reason we as teachers go into this profession, right? We want to serve them, but then we got our hand tied or whatever happened in the classroom. Then we start, actually hating the job that we went in for. And then we think we should go into something else. And then thankfully we were in alignment to meet each other. And now we will serve 1.5 million students before 2035. So thank you, Lisa, for being part of our group and the mission.
Yes, thank you. And good luck to everybody who's considering. You can do it.
Yeah, definitely. And I'll put the insurance information about Nate. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.